So the most basic of pliers that comes in every basic home kit are these. These are slip joint pliers. There's only two positions, okay? Small or large. And in this case, you'd go onto a nut, and now you go there, and it always seems to slip. This is a good name for it, you know? Okay?
And it's just for the basic jobs, because on these you've got to apply the force to turn it, but also to squeeze this tight.
That's right. So my basic weapon always is this. This is water pump pliers, they call them. They call them channel locks or groove joint pliers. And you can see that there's a multiple of positions. Okay, so now when I go over to a pipe, it's important to put the wrench in the right direction. So a lot of people will do it this way. Now this, and I'm trying to tighten it. Now this is backwards, so as I turn it, the teeth are just going to score the pipe. So I want to go this direction.
Because this is designed as you turn, it also makes a tighter bite,
That's
correct?
right, so I go here. Now I also want to call this out. This is called a three-corner bite. You can see that this jaw are touching the pipe, but it also is touching on the back side.
Right.
So it's touching the pipe in three positions. And that'll keep them from squeezing the pipe out around.
Now you've got one there for a pipe, but they also have configurations that work on a nut.
That's right, it's shaped like a nut, okay? And so that would be much more prone to have a nice tight bite onto a nut.
Yep.
This is a multi-position right here, but it's got a locking button. So you can see all these points right here, so I can adjust it, lock it, and it'll lock at the right position.
Nice.
All right. Some other variations of that. This is an automatic plier that'll set to the right opening. This is another version of it right here.
So when you say sets automatically, I don't have to really fuss with the oh, wow,
That's
look at
right.
that. It just goes right to the
right
right
on
size.
it, so you don't have to have any button or adjustment.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay. Now a lot of times in all of these pliers, it's going to make its bite, but it's also a function of how tight you can hold those handles together.
You still have to do both motions with this.
That's right. So sometimes if I'm working on a nut that's really seized, I might move from the plier world and go to this. This is an adjustable open-end wrench.
Right.
Okay? Now with that, I can set it and tighten it down on the nut, and now all of my effort, all of my force is to tighten that nut, and none of it is trying to hold those handles together.
Right. Beautiful thing about a wrench. This is another type of plier, but similar idea.
Right, locking plier. So now when I come to here, I come right to this point, and now it locks on. So again, all of my effort is to tighten the nut or to flip it around or to loosen the nut.
So we've got nuts and pipes covered, but sometimes we're doing electrical work.
That's right. If you're going to do electrical, these Lineman's pliers are worth their weight in gold, and any electrician has them in their bag. So if I was using it, you can see right here, I could twist wires together right here. I could cut the wire right here perfectly.
Yeah.
I could also use this as a crimping tool right here in this side if I was trying to make a crimp connection.
Squeeze that
So these are really handy. Now they also make a crimping tool in multiple sizes for all the different size crimp fittings right here.
Nice,
So that's
yeah.
handy if you're doing a lot of electrical, small electrical work. And really, these are great to have diagonal wire cutters. If I'm cutting a lot of wire, that works out terrific.
Nice clean cut.
Yeah.
And then we've got nippers here.
That's right. Now, these nippers are often used in the carpentry world because they're perfect to be able to pull a nail that you might not be able to get a cat's paw or a hammer down tight.
Right, and that curved front right there.
It doesn't deface the wood.
It allows you to rock back and
Yep.
forth. You could also get a nice clean cut if you had.
Perfect, nice and flush. Now, a lot of times you might need to get into a tight place, and so a needle nose plier is perfect. Now, this can get down into a tight place, be able to pull a wire up. They also have some cutters right here, so those are handy. A smaller version right there. And these are actually designed to get down into a tight place, but around the bend.
Because the nose is curved.
That's right, so it really could come in handy. Now, there are all kinds of pliers in every single industry. Just a few of them are right here. This is for the fencing industry. It combines a hammer for the staple, and this can pull the wire, and a cutter to cut the wire ties. And this is for aviation, but there's one for every single industry.
All right, well that is a really good primer on pliers, Richard. Thank you.
All right.